Hello, everyone. Welcome to another amazing episode of Agritech Founders Diary, where we have conversation with amazing entrepreneurs in the agritech industry. My name is Kenneth Obayuana, and joining me this evening is Mr. Aderin. I guess I pronounced that very well. The co-founder of Farmsquare Nigeria, one of the leading online platform in terms of agricultural inputs, buying of agricultural inputs and crops. They are one of the leading online platform for that in Nigeria. And we are so privileged and excited to have one of our co-founders joining us this evening. But before we move on, I want to appeal to everyone of you listening to us that you please hit the subscription button, subscribe to this YouTube channel so the channel goes faster. Then don't also forget to like this video and hit the notification button so you get notifications whenever we drop new videos. All right. Once again, thank you very much for joining us this evening. We are grateful for having you. I want you to take us back to where it all started from. Take us back to your entire journey. I mean, where you were born, where you were raised, how you grew up, everything. Take us back to where your entire story.
Oh, all right. So, good evening, everyone. You can just call me Aderin for short. All right. So,
Okay.
I was born and raised in Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. I had my primary school in Ibadan. I did some few years at Ekiti, as at FGC College Ekiti. Then I came back to Ibadan for my senior secondary school at School of Science, Kebola Ibadan.
Okay.
Then I went to UNAP. It was UNAP then, but they call it FUNAP now. So I studied crop production.
Oh,
Uh,
fantastic.
then yeah, I did. My first degree was in agriculture. So after my first degree, I went to UI for my MSc. So I did my MSc in farming system agriculture. That was where I met my co-founders, and we started FarmSquare. So FarmSquare was born out of a pain that each and one of us had. So it's something that
Okay.
was it was repeated. So during my BSc, I don't know if you had your background is in agriculture. So during your
Yeah,
final year, you
I
have a
study
project.
agriculture too. I study agriculture.
Okay, great, great.
Okay.
So you have a project where you work on certain projects. It could be on crop production. You work with fertilizers, irrigation equipment, and all that. Then around that time, I understand that, or I observed that a lot of my peers, my classmates, were always having issues, including myself. We're always having issues getting input for our research. So most of the time, we either talk to our supervisors, who would say you probably get someone in Kaduna or Kano or Ogun or somewhere who can actually help us get these inputs. It could be seeds, a certain variety of seed, or fertilizer, certain blend of fertilizer. So it's the whole thing started from there. Why is it so difficult to have access to some of these inputs? I mean, these are basically what farmers need, every day. So when I went for my MSc at UI, that was where I met Olamide and Tokwe.
Mm, great.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, so can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm coming. All right. So I met Olamide and Tokwe at UI.
Okay.
Uh, so we got talking, just youths talking about opportunities in agriculture and all of that. Around that time, I was also working on my research at IIT, International
Okay.
Institute of Tropical Agriculture. So I was working on weed management. So Ola was a friend. Tokwe too. We were basically friends in the same department, and we were bouncing around ideas among ourselves. What are the value chain we can plug in? to, as master students in agriculture. They all had their first degree in agriculture, so they know the major challenges facing farmers across, different levels, different types of farmers. So we felt, okay, input is the entry point of all agricultural activity. Um, Whether you want to do post harvest, you want to add value to your produce and all of that, it starts from the input. The value of your input determines your produce in the long run, and so we that was how we started Farm Square. We contacted some of our friends at IIT,
Mm.
to help us get one or two
Okay.
things. And we met some of these brands to share our ideas with them. We met with quite a lot of companies back then. Jubilee, Niji Farms, South Africa, and a lot of them to help them list their product, because as at that time it was actually difficult for farmers. Don't really have a platform where they can get all what they need, just one stop shop online where they can get inputs and get it delivered to them at their doorstep. So it was a need that they've been striving for. So we just basically gave them what they wanted, and from there it has been quite a journey so far.
Great, great, amazing. Okay, at this point, let me confess. I studied agriculture. I've been involved in agricultural practice for like 10 years now. So part of what I did was I run a consulting firm where I manage people's farm. So when I want to get produce for people, like the first platform I go to is Farm Square. So even if I go on Google, I discover Google Farm Square. Sorry, on Google, like when I go on Google
True.
to check produce before I go to
Yeah.
market, before I give quotation to my client, I go and Farm Square comes up. Oh, it's okay. There's this platform I can. So I just sit down with Farm Square and I get all the things I want, and I just send to the client that
Exactly.
this is it. This is the amount. This is the amount. Like, oh, it makes me look as if this guy, you really know what you were doing, but all I was getting from was just a farm. So you guys are doing amazing job. I must
Yeah.
confess,
Thank
amazing
you.
job, fantastic.
Thank you.
So that means from your story, you have three co-founders, right? You guys are two or
Yes.
two.
Yes.
Oh, three. Oh,
Three. We are
fantastic.
three.
So how have you been able to manage the team having three co-founders running one company? I mean, having two co-founders is not easy. Having three should be something else too. So how has it been with your co-founders?
It's been easy actually. When you guys have different skills that complement each other, it's and you are pursuing the same goal. So it's been easy so far. We've been through a lot. I mean, a lot, a whole lot together. We've traveled around, faced various challenges, and because we understand what we are trying to do and where we are going to, so it's easier for everybody to fall in line and get things done. And again, like I said, we complement each other. So um, when where someone is lacking, the other person picks it up, and it gets
Hmm,
going. So it's easy actually.
okay.
Though the journey has
Having
been tough, but
yeah,
it's been
I can imagine because having a co-founder is really not easy, but yeah, I think that's the way to go. So among your co-founders now, let me ask one more question. Among your co-founders, is that what role do you play? What role do they other? Do you guys have different role you play? That is the CEO, this is the CFO. What role? I mean,
yeah,
what's the
sure,
synergy here?
obviously. Uh, all right. So Topper is in charge of. That's the guy you spoke with. He's in charge
Yeah.
of marketing and branding. So he has
Okay.
experience in that field. He has worked with various NGOs. Worked with these communities. So he understands this these farmers, these smallholder farmers, very well. So he's able to bring in that experience on board. And Olamide is in charge of operations, general operations. He's a data analyst, so he brings in that background of data management to help make decisions and run the day to day affairs of the company. I, on the other hand, uh, I'm currently the CTO, so
Okay.
I'm in charge of the technical infrastructure of the company. So um,
Mm.
the website, our
Great.
mobile app, and uh, basically
Mm.
anything that has to do with the technical side of the company. So that's it for now.
Okay. Wow. Great. Great. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. So, what are some of the challenges you've encountered while building this business? I mean, I really want to get some
Uh,
of your challenges. Yeah.
okay, so I'll say the number one challenges or challenge so far would be in terms of building of the company with trust. You it's because we're an online business,
Yes.
trying to build that trust between us and our customers has been quite challenging. But so far, because we deliver on day-to-day basis, and we are always available. You said before this program, you try to reach me through our customer care line, and someone picked
Yes.
it up. So
Yes.
you see,
Yes.
exactly. So we are always available. So uh, we've been, gaining our customers' trust over time, and they've been coming back, over and over again to buy stuff from us. We have customers at far away Sierra Leone, Togo,
Wow.
Cameroon, Ghana that buy from our platforms, and they don't actually need to come to our physical office. We get it across to them, and they pay online. So
Wow. So
it's
that's amazing.
interesting.
So that means what you kind of what you guys are kind of doing is you work with some suppliers in those countries, or you have
Exactly.
your oh, fantastic.
No,
Amazing.
when we were trying to build the whole system, so we were contemplating either we should have our own product or
Yeah.
turn into a marketplace. We observed that there are a lot of youths and women in this business already. They own their own small mom and pop stores, across the country. So if we um, try and build our own, it's kind of we are going to be uh, we won't be able to include all these stores. So we'll probably run them out of business because people will probably not go to they won't want to like go to their stores to buy from them again. So we try to include them in our solutions. So we what's it called? Give them a platform where a woman selling agrochemical inputs in Ibadan can actually sell her products to a farmer in faraway Sierra Leone. It's not that great. So um, that was why we made it a marketplace, to help
Wow.
these
Great.
youths and women in this, that value change of agricultural inputs.
Great. So has been the distribution. So have you had challenges in distributions, Shane? So I mean in
Yeah,
distributing the
sure.
produce.
Yeah,
So
sure. Logistics has been
logistics, yes. Have you been able to overcome challenges
it's
in
normal.
logistics?
To an extent, we have, yeah, but there are still challenges. But to an extent, we work with different partners. We work with GIG. We work with Red Star, that's FedEx. We work with
Yeah.
ABC Cargo and Pismax. We also work with local parks. All these local buses that move
Okay.
between interstates. So basically, though still a work in progress, but we've got it under control. So we've been able
That's
to
great.
you know bridge that gap of last mile delivery of agricultural inputs to this small other farmers. So they don't need to travel from their village to the city or to the town to get inputs. They can either call us, send us a text
Mm.
message, and or those that are internet savvy. They just like yourself, Just
Yeah.
search us through Google or reach us through our mobile app on our website. We deliver to them.
Amazing, amazing work you guys are doing. I understand that building an agritech company can be a bit challenging, it can be a bit
Yeah,
challenging.
it is.
Uh, yeah, and you guys have done some amazing job. I was expecting you to say we have challenges in fundraising, but let's touch fundraising. Well, I also understand because
Uh,
building a company like this, you need some fund. So how has it been? How have you been able to
exactly.
navigate your way with fundraising or raising funds? I mean, how are you able to put funds to set this up?
All right, so we've been bootstrapping so far. Fundraising, it's a challenge, not just to Farm Square. It's a challenge for
Yes,
practically all startups across
true.
Africa. So it's
Yeah,
not peculiar to us. Yeah. So,
yeah.
but we've been very fortunate to receive some grants from various competition. We just finished one with AgroArc with FCMB um,
I
yesterday.
mean, you guys
So we
deserve
got
a lot of grants for what you are doing. You know.
thank you. I hope they are listening. So it will
Yes,
be great.
reality,
But then
you guys
we,
deserve a lot of grants for what you are doing. Yeah.
yeah. So we've like I said, bootstrapped. We started with our own funds, putting
Okay.
funds together. Uh, yeah. Then as the business grew, we plow back the interest into the business. Then we've won various like I said grants from Wema Bank, Microsoft, FCMP, Crosspoint Innovate, and so many um, organizations that have supported us so far, one form or the other, in terms of training, capacity building, and all of that. So that has helped us from point zero, where we started from like 3 years ago, to where we are now. Um, Obviously, we are still looking at to angel investors,
Yeah.
partners, could help us build the supply chain of agricultural inputs across Africa.
Amazing. But I want you to touch about a bit on bootstrapping for other agri-tech founders who will be listening to us or who will be listening to you. I want you to touch a bit on bootstrapping. How are you able to bootstrap? Most times when agri-tech or when startup they are thinking, the first thing you are thinking is maybe loan or grant. I had to mention bootstrapping. How are you guys able to share with us how you're able to bootstrap your way through? I want to navigate your way through with bootstrapping. How are you able to bootstrap? Share some of your
Oh,
experience with your bootstrapping with us.
all right. So basically, one of the advantages of you having co-founders is because you can easily pull resources, you can pull resources together. So we contributed our personal funds to start. Then we reached out to some of our partners, our friends actually, uh, who has various skills that they can actually help us, to build. They can use their skills to build the company. So we did that on like a contract basis. Um, you help with this, we'll pay you for so period. And thank God our business model is one that generates revenue almost immediately, because obviously farmers they can't really do without inputs.
Yes.
So uh, so as we started making sales, it was not immediate. I think the first 6 months of our operation, we made about 6,000 naira or so the first 6 months. So we're not really making sales immediately, but we're like I said, bootstrapping, using our funds to get an office space. Uh, so we had like a small hub we were working from. Uh, then build the company, network with other industry leaders, like suppliers, manufacturers, telling them that there's a platform where they can actually reach out to these farmers cheaper, faster, and very easy, easily accessible, 247. So by the end of our first year, we went from 6,000 naira in the first 6 months to over 12 million naira in sales in a year, and the following year it's practically tripled. We were doing
Hmm.
almost
Amazing.
roughly over 100 million. Yeah.
Wow.
So our
Amazing.
customer bases are growing, and today um, we've we have over 10,000 customers on our network. We've processed well over close to 200 million in inputs, across the country and
Amazing.
some
Amazing.
neighboring countries.
Amazing.
And there is a lot. There's actually a lot to be done. We've not really scratched the surface at all.
Yeah.
There's massive room for improvement. Um,
So
and we
so I
take
think
it
I think
one day at a time.
if I hear you clearly, for the guys listening to us, few things I think I've learned from your fundraising. One, you guys put money together. So the first one came from your pocket, then move to friends and family. That's what
Exactly.
I usually used to preach. Then bootstrapping came on board. So you guys have had put your funds together, reach out to friends and family, bootstrapping, then grant came in before grant started pulling me because a lot of people just want they want grant as soon as possible, and if it's as if they give up, but
Yeah,
learning
exactly.
from your experience, I think personally one of the things I pick from this session or from the particular point you talk about funding is where you talked about putting funds together. First, the funds came from your pocket, yourself and your co-founders put funds together, bootstrap, reach out to friends and family. Then I also love the idea of grant. So grant was more like the fourth stage. That's great, and we can all
Yeah,
see the
because
amazing work
you
you are doing.
actually need, yeah, you need a proof of concept, so that
Yeah,
people will know that, okay,
yeah,
you're committed to this project, and that there is no other way to show that you're committed if you cannot actually sacrifice from your own purse before you ask others to buy into your dream. So it's logical when you want to start. It might not be agritech, um, any platform, any solution you want to any business you want to go into, you have to, like, show commitment. Like, okay, I am committed to this cause, and you'll be surprised, the response you get from people.
great, great. So in the next 5 years or 10 years, where do you see Farm Square to be in the
Oh,
next five to
interesting.
ten years?
Obviously, we would help as much farmers as possible across not just Nigeria. We hope to expand to other markets in Africa, develop. Well, we want to have a full stack solution, not just inputs. We want to also help these farmers sell their produce in the superior markets to manufacturers, those that process this produce to finished product. So this is what we want to do. Like in the next 5 years, we want to see ourselves in other markets and also help these smaller farmers sell their produce to a superior market.
Mm, great, great. So before as we begin to wrap up, I want to ask, what advice do you have for a new agritech startup founders coming on board? Or if you were to start
Uh,
all over again, I think that would be the best way for me to put it. If you were to start all over again, what do you think you would do this time? I mean, some lessons you've learned as you journey on, so some of the things you think you would have improved on. So what are those things?
I think it's probably you shouldn't spend too much time on your solution. Like you need to test as soon as possible. So it took us a while to build our. That's why it took us almost 6 months to have our first sales, because we are trying to, like, refine, rebuild our MVP. We're so much focused on our MVP. That's our website back then. So our advice, anyone that wants to start now, just have a minimum viable product. Very small. It might be via WhatsApp, Facebook. Sell your ideas as soon as possible. Just get your products in the market as soon as possible. Let people know what you are doing, test it, and get feedback. This feedback will help you refine your solution. If you need to pivot to do that as soon as possible. So basically, if I'm starting all over again, I won't spend so much time on the technical part of things. I would probably dedicate all my resources and energy on marketing and putting my product in the face of everyone. So they know what I'm doing. They can buy into it as soon as possible.
Mm. Great, great, awesome. So one more question I want to ask as regarding founders. People want to for Agritech founders who are also coming on board. Of course, it's advisable looking at what Y Combinator's their projections. It's advisable you have a co-founder. So, what advice do you have for Agritech founders as regarding having a co-founder? What can we do better to be able to get a good co-founders or be able to work with our co-founders very well? Any advice? I mean, you work with two co-founders.
Exactly. So I'll advise that you get someone you can work with, a friend. It's important that you guys are on the same page. Like I said, you agree, but then okay, you disagree a lot of time, but okay, you are disagreeing to agree. So it's not like it's not a competition. You guys should complement each other. So you look for a co-founder that is friend. What is it called? Is someone that shares the same value with you. So that's important. You share the same value. Then you complement each other technically. And I think if you have these two qualities, you complement each other technically and share the same value, you probably surmount any challenges you guys might encounter because you understand the goal, the vision of where you guys are going to. It's going to be easy from there.
Awesome. Amazing. Thank you very much for your time so far. Thank you for coming. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining us
welcome.
this evening. Yeah, I think we've
Yeah,
learned
yeah,
some
thank you
few
for
things
having me.
from your session so much this evening. Guys, as we begin to wrap up this evening, I want to remind you that please visit Farmsquare. Visit their platform. They are doing a lot of amazing stuff. So if you want to get any of the agric inputs, crops, visit Farmsquare. You know, it's one of the leading online platform in Nigeria. Visit their platform for any agricultural input you want to get. You can visit their platform. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. And for every one of you, for all our viewers, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't subscribe to hit the notification button to get notifications whenever we drop videos, and like this particular video to get more of it. Please don't forget to do that. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. And next week Friday by 7 p.m. Nigeria, by 7 p.m. UK time and 8 p.m. Nigeria time, we'll be here again. Thank you very much. I'm grateful.
Yeah, thank you for having me.